It doesn't make sense for right now. Like maybe catch me spring 2021, but for fall 2020, I don't really know. We're just gonna be sent home within like weeks. Cause then it's gonna suck and people are gonna complain again about getting like 2 days notice before getting kicked out. And this all could have been avoided if you weren't just being an asshole. Well, that didn't age well. Hey guys, what's up? It's Imurgency and welcome back to our channel. I hope y'all can appreciate the new setup. It's been a while since I've been in like the middle of a couch. For the OG roommates that have been here since the beginning, this may seem a little familiar being in like a couch setting. But this is all very new and I'm still trying to figure out what set I want to have. At least until I move. I wasn't supposed to say that yet. We'll get into that. Yeah, school kind of got canceled. Yeah, you remember all that talk I was talking about, like when we go back to school, it's going to be weird. Like, I don't know if people are actually going to do their thing. Well, schools and universities really just like took that out of our hands. Really took that narrative and ran with it. Didn't really give us the option to really even see what it would be like, because my school and a lot of other schools completely canceled all in-person classes and encouraged everyone to stay far away from the university. Don't even think about coming back. Don't even think about it. Because even if you do want to come back, we're only letting in 400 out of the 10,000 plus students back on campus. So if you had a dream of coming back to campus, living out your college experience in school, forget about it. Don't even. Like, don't entertain the thought. Just stay home. Well, I want to say first and foremost, while this decision did come as a shock, kind of, and is, in their words, disappointing, I would also say that this was the smartest decision they could have made. Now, before you get antsy and start coming for me in the comments, while I do agree that schools going completely online was the best option, their timing was atrocious, disgusting, awful, vile. Let me just give you some context about what my situation is, because that's all I can really speak about right now. Up until 2 weeks ago, my school had made it very clear that we would be going back to some capacity. And as I mentioned in previous videos, I'm an RA, which means I'm like technically like student staff, kind of. And they kept telling us as RAs, like, yeah, you're gonna come back, you're gonna come back, you're gonna come back, it's gonna be fine. You just have to apply for your position because things are gonna look a little different now. We're like, okay, cool, can do. And then they put out the announcement that they're gonna be completely online. And we're like, oh, okay, does this mean we still have a job? And they're like, yes, it's going to be fine. You guys still have a job, you just need to move in by August 7th. So we're like, okay, cool. We get to apply for our position, we still get housing, we still get the VRAs, this is great. And then on August 3rd, 4 days before move-in, we get a lovely email from the head of campus living and residential education or experience, saying that basically the RA program is canceled. Like, I know that we've been telling y'all for the past month that you guys will have housing and you guys will be good. And you guys have made plans to move in and all that. Well, never mind, that was all a joke. You will actually not be living on campus as an RA this year. And we suggest that you stay home. Anything you packed or any arrangements, flights, anything that you booked, I suggest you cancel them, or if it's too late, because you know, it's like 4 days before. Oh well, am I right? Oh, and by the way, if you do actually really want to come to campus so bad, because you know, we did promise you housing and all, you can apply for paid housing just by 6 p.m. today. So yeah, figure out your whole life in about 12 hours and get back to us, and have a good day. Sorry for the disappointment. And at that point, everyone is just like... And all that happened 3 days before move-ins. So everyone was at a loss for what exactly to do. And this is a trend that I've been hearing for multiple schools. And my thing is, where was this energy 2-3 months ago? Like, I get it, this whole pandemic thing is very confusing and really unsure. Like, no one really knows what or when things are going to happen. Like, I get it. But at the same time, like, if you just read the room and saw how things were going, like things were opening up and cases were going up, you could have made this announcement sooner instead of the week before, a couple weeks before move-in. For some people, like, people already made plans is the thing. If all these announcements would have come out in June, July, it would have been fine. But for all this information to be coming out literally a week to 3 weeks before people actually move in and start the school year, it just doesn't sit right. And like I said, a lot of schools are doing this too, but there are also a lot of schools that just aren't and are still going forward as planned. I'm really concerned about them, I'm not gonna lie, because they're bringing everyone back when things still are good. Like I know that my situation isn't great right now, but that's a different beast. we'll see how that goes. If they can figure it out, then I guess that's a good thing, because that means it can work, but I don't see any schools being open longer than a couple weeks. I guess now we can go through some pros and cons of being online, because, you know, that's pretty much what most of us got. Now, of course, it sucks that we won't be in person at all. And I know it's especially hard for people with low-income backgrounds to just pivot like this, because I know for a lot of people it's just like, oh, well, that sucks, time to do something else. But I also know for a large group of people, this is sort of like everything. So pivoting and bouncing back from this isn't really easy for everybody, which speaks to a lot of the bigger issues in this country, namely the profit over people capitalist system that we live in, along with the institutional and structural racism in the country. But we'll save that for another video. There's all that, then there's also the whole tuition thing. My school's deducting a whopping 10% off of tuition. Which is oh so gracious. Chef's kiss. Tuition's still a thing for online classes, which kind of sucks. And then again, it really sucks for incoming freshmen as well as seniors, because for freshmen, I don't really know how you're going to do it, because freshman fall is like where you sort of make your roots. And I don't care how much your orientation leaders want to tell you that you're going to get the same experience over Zoom, you're just not. Sorry to break it to you. And then for seniors, given that we go back in the spring semester, you kind of only got one semester left. So good luck with that. So if you're either a sophomore or a junior, you're kind of like at peak right now. Like, you don't have too much to lose besides just like time. On the bright side, since classes are online, you don't technically have to be in one location. Like, if you have the means to, you can actually take your classes anywhere. And you technically have time to pick up that job or internship, because that will probably also be remote. So you could be making money and getting your education without leaving your house, which kind of sounds nice to me, being an introvert, because I don't really want to talk to people in the first place. I know tons of people that are choosing to take classes in places other than their home, still quarantining, still being safe and doing all that social distancing stuff, just taking classes in a different location. Like, I know a lot of people that are getting apartments with friends who have also been socially distancing, so they don't really have to worry too much about that. But yeah, this is a really unprecedented time where you can actually do anything. I know a lot of things feel optional. Well, actually everything feels optional right now. And in a sense, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. Like, you can make the most or least of the situation given how you want. It's just really up to you and what you want to do with it. I'd suggest you just try and make the most of this while you can, because I don't know if there will be another chance like this outside of this whole quarantine environment. Now, sort of getting back to what I was talking to in the beginning of the video, sort of a life update. What will I be doing fall 2020? Well, let me first tell you, I will not be taking a gap year, because I'm way too far in college to be doing all that. But for fall 2020, I am going to be going back to DC. I'm going to get an apartment over there, which I'm so lucky and grateful to be able to do. I plan on moving there because it will be a nice change of pace for me, because being at home is great, but it feels really stagnant for me. Like, I'm not able to actually do work or really get myself to do anything, and I need to be in an environment on my own, for one, and two, in a city. And it's also nice to be closer to school if things do open up in the spring semester. So it does really seem like a big win-win to me. I am not going to be one of those creators that is constantly out partying and all of that, so you don't need to worry about that. I promise I'll be better than Jake Paul. Of course, I'm still going to stay safe, socially distance, quarantine when I get there. But yeah, that's just what I'm doing for my fall semester. Just because I feel like that'd be really good for me right now. Let me know down in the comments below what you're doing with your fall 2020, if your school is going fully online or not, and if so, what are you going to be doing? Is your school offering housing? Are you going to live on your own too? Are you going to stay home? Let me know. I want to know. But I think this is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to join the roommates. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok here, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.